A highway wanders through the desert. A tumbleweed drifts past a dusty dive bar. A coyote shrieks out to no one in particular. Someone's bleeding out in a bathroom stall. The stars tonight are bright, but not nearly bright enough. This place does not exist, and yet, here you are.
Welcome to San Arroyo, kindred.
Ash, you get a call that you've been dreading for some time now. The voice on the other end of the line informing you that your sister, Amelia, has just been taken into police custody for attempted homicide. Where does this call find you, Ash? And if, say, we were a fly on the wall, what would we see and who would we see as you receive it?
So Ash is in their mid-20s. They have a sort of femme androgynous appearance, short dark hair, pale skin, generally in the San Arroyan heat, generally works up a sweat pretty easily, sort of a perpetually tired expression on their face. They're wearing floral button-down jeans. They're in their apartment, quiet little thing that's in one of the nicer neighborhoods in San Arroyo. They're on the couch, have the TV on mute, and can see as the breaking news bulletin at the bottom also relays this information. As they get the call, there's a frustrated pinch to the bridge of their nose, groans and rolls shoulders. It's been a rough couple months with this investigation, and they knew this was coming. Just knowing it's coming doesn't make the hurt any less prevalent.
Your older sister, she's not a bad person, at least as far as the rest of your family's concerned. She's just not herself sometimes.
Yeah.
The voice on the other end of the line, probably some nebulous legal aid hired at the last second by your family, informs you that they've set the official arraignment for tomorrow evening.
Ash thanks the aide, says they'll be there, and immediately starts thinking about cleaning off the suit they've got in the closet.
When was the last time you wore that suit?
4 months ago. It was at a interview in Sacramento for a state representative, more closer to the center than they would have liked in terms of political alignment. But a job was a job, and unfortunately, Ash thinks that they bombed the interview.
Let's take a moment as you suddenly you pick that suit off the rack, and suddenly you're back in that office at Sacramento City Hall. This beautiful 5-story, almost Beaux Art style building right in the beating heart of California's capital city. Mr. Crawford, I gotta say, it's certainly an impressive dissertation.
Thank you. I grew up in one of those communities that has been sort of left behind in the 21st century, one of those parts of the state that really needs, help. And that's why I want to be in politics. I want to be able to help, bring communities that have been left behind, maybe in the modern day.
Right. San Arroyo. That's
Yeah.
Didn't they recently film like a documentary or something?
Yes. Some of my family members were interviewed for that documentary.
Oh, you're one of those Crawfords.
Guilty as charged.
I see. I think I might have run into your old man convention season down in San Diego. How's he doing?
Well enough. It's been a rough couple of years in the family business, but we're making things work, and he's doing all right. Don't get back home as much as I'd like, but
good. That's good. Everything seems to be checking out. All your references have come through. There's just one slight issue.
If it's something I can address, I'd be more than happy to.
It's funny because I didn't know you were one of those Crawfords until you just now confirmed it, but I'm guessing you have an older sister named Amelia?
Emily, yeah.
Emily, right, excuse me. Well, I'm gonna be straight with you, Mr. Crawford.
I understand those complications. I've talked with her. I think that it's all a big misunderstanding. I don't think that it's gonna blow over. I know it. And I'm asking you to take a chance on me. I know that.
If we weren't coming up on an election year, look, best I can offer right now is an internship at City Hall, just while we get some things sorted out. Not that we don't think you're right for the position. You absolutely are. And he begins to go into the usual battery of excuses that you've heard so many times.
Yeah, there's visibly deflating, the lowering of shoulders as they know, well, this is not going right.
Yeah. Nobody will just say to your face, well, we'd like to hire you, but your sister's a fucking lunatic.
And you're a potential time bomb.
Exactly. And just like that, you're in your interview suit, driving down to San Arroyo Superior Court, a somewhat anachronistically ultra-modern looking building sandwiched in what passes for downtown here. It's the following evening. You've arrived just in time.
Ash is going to wait in the car in the parking lot until about 5 minutes before it's officially about to start, before popping out, just to avoid both family members and those who, and the media. Ash is probably the least public of the Crawford children, but is also still has been on the local news more than once, so has popped on a set of sunglasses just to try to get a little anonymity.
Yeah, well, you see, Zachary is clearly, he also tried to avoid the paparazzi, such as it is. Again, it's not like this is Los Angeles. There's a scattering of wannabe journalist types, a couple people from the Trailblazer, the local newspaper. He's kind of being mobbed on the front steps of the courthouse right now. That just so happens to take you past the driver's side window of your car as he, still partially surrounded by people, angrily pounds on your driver's side door.
They'll unlock the door in case he wants to get in.
Hey, look everyone, distraction, the prodigal, whatever the fuck they've decided to be this year's returned. Let's fucking go.
Ash crawls out of the car and does their best to keep their head down, occasionally muttering, no comment.
Miss Crawford, do you have anything to say about your sister's most recent accident? Do you think she'll be institutionalized this time around?
There is a moment where Ash's fists clenched, nails digging into their palms. No comment at this time.
Yeah, meanwhile, Zachary, like the stand-up guy that he is, has taken the opportunity as the media vultures pounce to extricate himself and is already making a beeline through the double doors of the courthouse.
I think Ash will do their best to try, just constantly taking a step or two back, just trying to fend it off by the time they get to the top of the stairs and towards the courthouse doors.
Go ahead and give me a Let's call it a resolve plus subterfuge roll.
1 success.
You're at your wit's end here, Ash.
Yeah, I think by the time they're up at the top, they look down the most recent one and say, listen, my sister didn't do anything wrong. She needs help, but she's not a murderer. And you vultures need to get the fuck out of my family's life.
You break past the crowd, even though as you enter into the air-conditioned expanse of the courthouse, you know full well that's going to be all across social media within a few minutes. You make it to the appointed courtroom, and you arrive just in time to hear someone say, yes, Mary Gillen for the defense, Your Honor. Night Court, San Arroyo. Well, it's busier than you think. The city's got one of the worst crime rates, not just in its county, but in Southern California. So, as you walk in, you see the usual groupings of people. Your parents are nowhere to be seen, which isn't really surprising.
It's a small relief.
Yeah. Zachary's here, probably because he drew the short straw, and then there's Emily. Emily's your older sister. Older than you by quite a ways. She was, for better or worse, the closest thing you kind of had to an actual parent growing up. There's definitely a resemblance. She's reaching her late 30s by this point. Tired, haggard, skinny, wearing kind of an oversized hoodie, pair of jeans, looking like perhaps those clothes had to be provided for her, clutching at the little hem of this oversized Stryber University pronghorns hoodie, and just not making eye contact with anyone.
Ash is gonna file into the most forward road that they can to try to just be closer to M and try to give whatever support they can at this time.
The woman representing her, you don't recognize. You know your family's legal team pretty well by now, and you've never seen this woman before. She's a very tall, very composed, very just glamorous looking woman who sticks out like a sore thumb in a place like this. Rich, golden hair falling down to about shoulder length. She looks like she just walked out of a cast of a legal drama, not into this dingy little place.
Yeah, I think Ash's first thought is, what LA law firm did mom or dad splurge for on this one?
Whatever they splurged for, it was money well spent, as this Miss Gillen, in short order, convinces the judge not only to release Emily back into the custody of your family, but also seems to somehow, you're not quite sure, you're no lawyer, you're not quite sure what exactly she's citing, seems to get the homicide charges lowered down to involuntary manslaughter in short order. It's not great, but it's certainly better than what it was a minute ago. The judge maybe just tired after a long night of hearing cases that aren't looking at around you, probably aren't liable to stop anytime soon, agrees, but on the one caveat that she will be issued a ankle monitor and be remanded to the grounds of the Crawford estate until trial.
Yeah, Ash's shoulders relax noticeably. It's not, in the circumstances, this is probably the best case scenario, at least going forward. They take off their sunglasses, their expressions generally a lot more relaxed, and gonna wait for the judge to dismiss it before trying to approach.
The gavel smacks onto the podium. The bailiff comes over and undoes the cuffs on your sister's wrists. I think that's the first time where she actually catches your eye.
Yep. Hey.
She just kind of sticks out her tongue a little bit and winks despite her tired expression.
Ash laughs at that. Approach the barrier between the courtroom and the seating, and say, "Hey, are you doing all right?"
Oh, just another day in paradise.
Well, I mean, at least you're gonna be home for this. That's
Oh yeah,
all.
no. That sounds... Is it wrong that I'd rather they just send me to actual prison?
Don't say that. You you don't look like you'd last pretty long in there. They're gonna look at Miss Gillen and say, "Sorry, I'm Ash. I'm M's younger sibling." Yeah, that was pretty impressive there.
Oh, well, pleasure to make your acquaintance, Ash.
Yeah, no, thank you. I know all of Aaron's lawyers, but don't think I don't think I've heard your name before.
That's not surprising. Well, I'd love to discuss a little bit further, but there's still some clerical work I need to deal with. In the meantime, you should probably take your sister home.
Sure thing. And Ash is gonna look toward him. Leo's like, "Is that all right? Can I drive you?"
Yeah, better you than... She just kind of looks over at Zachary, who's been checking his phone the entire time.
Well, if I remember right from my juvie days, there is a back entrance. I can bring the car around there so we can ignore the vultures.
Yeah, that's good. That sounds... Yeah.
All right. Gonna check their watch and it's like, meet me in 5 minutes.
Yep.
All right. And I'm gonna head out, get to the car, and pull it around back, saying a little silent prayer on the way from the parking garage to the rear exit of the courthouse that, it's at least Emily's going to be at least like, not rotting away in prison while this is all going on.
Is Ash religious?
In the sense that that a lot of Californians are raised in a generic Baptist sort of way, and the habit's never really been kicked, even though they probably haven't gone to church since they left for college.
Well, Santa Roya is an interesting beast in terms of religion. Unlike a lot of Californians, this city's predominantly Catholic, owing to St. Francis Garce's church being founded here all the way back in the 1770s. You and the rest of the very, very small pool of inhabitants up in Feldspar, you tend to do things differently, don't you?
Yeah, Pa Crawford is a big believer in prosperity gospel bullshit.
Eventually, you manage to successfully smuggle Emily out, and it's just you and her on the drive back home. Well, home might be a stretch, but
I don't think Ash has considered that house home in anything. Like, it's the family home, but it hasn't been their home for a while.
Emily is very quiet. She just keeps staring out at the streetlights whizzing past.
So, do you want to talk about it at all, or
I saw him again, Ash.
him?
Uncle Freddy. And you don't have an Uncle Freddy. Amelia's been having this recurrent hallucination for as long as you can recall about somebody, some kind of boogeyman named Uncle Freddy. Officially, your sister is schizophrenic. And like a lot of schizophrenics, it's not a fun time on or off medication.
So, Uncle Freddy, what happened this time?
Was heading to pick up my medication. That's the ridiculous bit. And I saw him. I fucking saw him. He was just... It was after dark, and I was off in the corner caravan. And I fucking saw him.
Did he say anything to you or do anything, or?
He just looked me in the eye and he just smiled. He just gave me that fucking smile. And I didn't know what else to do. I floored it.
Ash pinches their nose and says, "Oh, yeah," and I assume that's when, yeah, okay.
Don't do that. I'm not crazy, okay?
I don't think you're crazy. I think you're sick.
I'm not. And she starts looking at you with these big, pleading eyes. She's practically like holding onto your shoulder as you're steering. Ash, I've done research. Okay, this kind of recurrent hallucination, it's not normal. All right, and they keep giving me these pills, and I don't think they're the right pills.
Okay, what do you think that somebody's like somebody's giving you sugar pills instead of like
No, I don't know. It's just every time I think I'm doing better, he pops up again, and the pills they're not making it. They won't tell me what's in them, and they're not making it any better. I can't sleep.
Okay.
She's starting to look a little hysterical. Go ahead and give me a wits plus insight roll.
All right. It's 2 successes.
This isn't the first time. After all, one of the symptoms of her condition is paranoia. This is hardly the first time you've had to sit through one of these rants about the pharmacist is out to get her, or your parents are out to get her, which, well, that might not actually be paranoia, or something along those lines.
And I think Ash's problem is that they're willing to believe, or at least indulge this, and say, as they're waiting at a light, Ash looks up at the ceiling of the car, says, "Do you have the pills like on you, or when we get to the house, could I maybe take a couple? Not like ingest them, but like if I could maybe pick them up, maybe we can, see if your lawyer can have them sent to a lab or something."
I don't trust Mom and Dad's lawyers.
Or I don't know, Gillen, she seems different. Like, what's her story?
I don't know. They assigned me a public defender when I got there, but then the next thing I know, she's walking in. She told me Mom and Dad had taken care of everything.
Let's at least try it. See if we can maybe look into this. See if there's maybe something wrong with your meds.
Okay.
Okay? But for now, I'll come in, I'll check, you've got my number. Give me a call any time of day. I'll be there.
You're not gonna stay at the house?
I could stay for maybe a night or two, but
Please, I really don't want to be alone right now.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay in one of the guest rooms.
You're already mentally gritting your teeth.
Yeah. Ash's childhood room still exists in the house, but I think is something that they have been trying to stay away from, just to avoid dealing with any of the associated emotions.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as you take Main Street past downtown, direction of the mountain pass that, if you were to continue to take the interstate, would eventually lead you back into the Central Valley and eventually back to Sacramento. Would that be a thing? Eventually come across a low rise which signals the entrance into Feldspar Hills, with its back directly to the Tehachapi mountain range, one of the two massive mountain ranges that sort of hems in the city from the rest of the world. It is what you might charitably describe as the city's most well-to-do neighborhood, supposedly.
You can polish a shit all you like, it's still a shit.
Yeah. Another local nickname for it, which you admittedly are quite fond of, is San Quixote, due to the fact that, A, you peer out into the horizon, you can vaguely make out the slightly rotating shapes of the Tehachapi wind farm off in the distance.
Mhm.
And also because a lot of people who live here are exactly the sort who would probably tilt at windmills given half the chance.
Yeah, I think it's all local business people, washed out actors, and occasionally one or two people who are just a little bit rich survivalists.
And then there's your father, who's waiting for you as you pull into the long driveway.
Yeah, and I think as Ash steps out of the car and looks over to Em, make sure she's all right, steels himself internally before, Dad? Hi.
So this is what it takes to get you home, huh?
Well, you can invite me to dinner, but, well, Emily asked me, so this was, certainly sounded a lot nicer than coming from you.
Don't be a smartass.
You didn't show up, so I figured at least somebody who cared about Emily should.
Right, because you're starting an argument right now because you care so damn much.
I mean, frankly, I just wanted to pick up where we left off.
I'm not doing this with you right now.
Ash is gonna just shrug and shake their head before going to Emily and it's like, do you need anything or shall we?
I just want to sleep. Your dad just kind of grunts and says, your mother's made up the guest bedroom.
Thanks.
He just walks back inside the house.
Ash waits until he has gone for putting an arm around Emily's waist to help keep her up and say, sorry.
I'm such a prick.
Yeah, and I'm a fucking idiot who can't say no to the bait.
Crawford Residence is... You're not sure what the architect was going for when your great-grand something had it commissioned. It's not quite a ranch house, but it's not quite adobe either. 2 stories, way more rooms than anyone really needs or wants, including the guest bedroom where, well, you don't actually know where Emily's been staying recently.
They're gonna, as they get into the house and start walking the long corridors. So, where have you been if you haven't been here?
She keeps looking around furtively, like she expects at any moment someone or something is going to explode out of some shadowed corner of the room at her. Also, something you've kind of grown accustomed to when this sort of thing happens. I was just trying to see if I could maybe stay with a friend down in LA when it happened. He's stalking me. I know he is every time I try to leave this fucking town.
Listen, you're gonna be here for a bit and won't be able to get you here. Well, that security is worth something at least.
I don't know that. And Mom and Dad, they're fucking in on it. I know they are. Why else would they let it go on this long? You gotta ask them. You gotta ask them about the portfolio. I'm not crazy. I'm not.
Portfolio? What are you talking about?
Not crazy. I'm not crazy.
Hey.
I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Yeah, she's
Ash is gonna stop in the hallway and give their big sister just a really big hug. And say, I don't think you're crazy.
I'm really tired, Ash.
I know. Come on, let's get you into the guest room. Sleep all you want. I'll start looking into things and we're gonna try to get through this.
Eventually, you get her to bed, and she passes out like a light. You hear sounds of activity throughout the house. Parents somewhere down in the main living room. Your brother knocking around somewhere.
Ash steels themselves and decides, well, have to face him at some point before exiting the guest room.
Yeah. Were you serious about staying the night, or were you just saying that for Emily's benefit?
I think that having currently no prospects in life, at least for the next couple months, Ash was serious about it because, well, nothing better to do, and unless something actually drags them out, they'll be there. They're not going to break word to the sister.
Yeah, your dad is sat on the couch in front of the flat screen TV watching. Oh, look, it's you. You have no idea how they're able to upload shit so fast these days.
God. Ash is gonna instinctively cover their face and just curse your stupid luck. God damn it.
I really don't know why you bother anymore, says your dad, not even looking at you, still just kind of silhouetted by the glare of the TV.
What? Bother with what?
If it wasn't for your insistence, she'd be in a psychiatric care facility by now, and none of this would be happening.
Ash's fist ball up again. I don't think that M's just a problem to be locked away.
Your sister is sick. She needs help.
Yes, and you have been very bad at providing that despite this family's resources.
Now, what exactly have you been providing, aside from a litany of excuses?
Oh, so I'm just supposed to be chained here forever as a servitor of the house? I was trying to, actually go out there and do something other than stay in this decrepit corpse of a town.
That decrepit corpse is your heritage, boy.
Ash practically grits their teeth and says, you don't get to call me that anymore.
I don't know what it is about your generation that just cannot face up to the fucking facts of reality, but the reality is everything doesn't change just because you say so.
I'm going to be staying in the guest room tonight to keep an eye on Em. Is that all right?
When have we ever been able to stop you from doing anything before?
That gets a little smile on Ash's face and says, well, I had to get it from somewhere.
Just rolls his eyes and goes over to the drinks tray. You can maybe slug it out verbally a little bit longer, but honestly, it's late. You're tired.
Yeah.
And the county's probably going to be sending over some people tomorrow morning to fit your sister with that aforementioned ankle monitor.
Yeah. And frankly, any ground we cover is just going to be a retread of an argument that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 times in the past.
I didn't dead name you this time, so progress.
And we'll take that as a small victory as Ash returns to the guest room, having raided the kitchen for beer before plopping down in an overstuffed armchair in that guest room, where hey, I'll just sleep the night here.
Yeah. When you wake up, you gotta blink a few times, groan. Sleeping in a chair never does great things to your back.
Yeah.
Look around.
Yeah, takes a look around, try to take stock of somebody. Is Emily already up?
You only dozed off for a couple of hours. It's still dark out.
Oh.
You mentally check that next to all the other things you need to get together, like your circadian rhythm, but as you're kind of rubbing the sleep out of your eyes, Emily's not in her bed.
Oh, where is she?
Give me Wits plus awareness or investigation roll.
Well, it's 3 successes. We're increasing by 1 each time.
3 successes. Well, okay. The door's slightly ajar. Start there. Head down the stairs. And that's when you see the broken glass of your father's gun cabinet. There's a pistol missing. You look down at it and you look up through the sliding doors out to the back veranda, and there you see her walking out into the sort of arid scrubland outside your backyard, screaming her head off. Already, you can see a couple other people there.
Ash is gonna bolt for it, just running straight for Emily.
Fucking stay back! She's wild-eyed. She's got the revolver in one hand and she's flailing around with it. The night wind's turning her hair into an absolute rat's nest around her head. He's here. He's in the fucking house. I know he's here.
Emily.
You can see your mom, your dad, even Zach are out here, kind of at a minimum safe distance. Not sure whether or not to approach, given that she has an actual firearm in her hand.
Ash is gonna put both hands up and say, Emily, please.
The house. He's in the house. I can't do this anymore.
Emily, I want to help you, but you need to give me the gun. We don't want a repeat of the car. I want to make sure you're safe, but I want to make sure everybody's safe.
Give me manipulation or charisma plus persuasion to talk her down from the brink.
Sure. I have a specialty in negotiation. Would that apply here?
I'm gonna say that would apply.
All right.
Only 2 successes. You've got her attention. She's looking directly at you. I'm not crazy, Ash.
I have never said you are.
I'm not crazy. I see the way you look. I see the way you all look at me. Did you know about him? Is that why he's always around? What the fuck does he want with me? What did I do? He's holding the gun. You don't know whether or not she's gonna turn it on you or your parents or... No, best not think about that.
Ash is gonna take a step closer than any of the rest of the family, try to keep the attention on them. I know that I'm not in on it. You know me. You know that I believe you. I know you think you see this guy, but I want to help you. We can't.
Fucking smile. Make it stop, please. I just wanted to stop. I just wanted to... You gotta do something, or the situation is gonna go from bad to worse.
And, fuck it. Can I charge her and take the gun?
Give me strength or dex plus athletics.
All right. 4 successes.
4 successes. The gun goes off into the empty night air as you fully tackle in to your sister. It's not hard. She weighs maybe 90 pounds soaking wet. Take her to the ground. Maybe a little harder than you meant to. But instead of trying to resist, she just wilts. She just curls into you and just disintegrates into full-on sobs. Nobody gets any sleep that night. The next morning, they have her fitted with ankle monitor. They also have someone at your parents' request come in, a doctor from the local hospital, to do an actual injection of antipsychotics. It very much is the nuclear option, but it also, well, it seems to be the only thing that keeps her docile right now.
So, after all of that, Ash is going to rifle through Emily's things and find her pill bottle, pocket that while heading out to the car, doing a quick search for Mary Gillen's phone number, or her office on the internet is going to call that up.
Right, well, she's not difficult to find. A cursory Google search finds that, she, looks like she owns her own practice right here in the city. Pretty recent, apparently. She rented out an office space downtown at Magdalen Tower.
Yeah. Gonna call that. It's probably like, still late. It's probably still like midday by the time this all happens.
Call. You've reached the office of Gillen Associates. This is Sadie speaking. How may I help you?
Hi, Sadie. My name is Ash Crawford. I am the sibling of one of Mary's clients, Emily Crawford. I have some information that I want to share with Mary, but I need to do it in maybe a face-to-face setting. Could I arrange an appointment?
Well, if you are involved in an active case, I don't see why not. However, I'm afraid Miss Gilden's schedule is rather packed at the moment. Hold just for 1 second, please.
Sure.
And you're put on hold for a little bit, but eventually this Sadie person comes back and says, all right, you're in luck. I'm able to squeeze you in for a meeting around, call it 9 p.m.?
Sure, that'll work.
Yeah, I realize it's late, but as I said, Miss Gillen has got quite the caseload at the moment.
I understand completely.
What are you doing with that pill bottle?
I'm stealing it so I can maybe see if I can get it tested by Mary. Because Ash at heart believes that while Em might be sick and seeing things, does believe the research of that these repeated hallucinations are not supposed to be a symptom, or if it means maybe she was misdiagnosed, or that maybe she is receiving the wrong pills. Wants to get to the bottom of that because it's all feeling real suspicious.
Well, when you check the label itself, it's called clozapine, pretty common second-generation antipsychotic. She's got a pretty heavy dose, but that's not surprising. You Google it, nothing there really strikes you as particularly odd. The side effects look nasty, though.
That does sort of seem to be the case. It's side effects may include heart arrhythmia, death, necrosis. That.
Yeah.
Ash remembers doing a study of cases involving that in school, and remember some particularly nasty things.
It's the risk anyone takes taking a drug that affects neurochemistry.
Yeah.
The brain is a funny little organ.
After the call's done, they're still on the Crawford house driveway with the knowledge that Emily's probably going to be knocked out for the rest of the day, is probably going to go try to drive around town just to blow off steam. Ash occasionally goes to a boxing gym, usually boxing, but also occasionally mixes up other styles just to be able to hit something in a somewhat constructive way.
Yeah, go ahead and give me just a wits plus streetwise roll.
All right, 2 successes.
Privately, you wonder if Gills is still open. It was a place you used to go to burn off steam before you set out into the wider world, and, well, all of that happened.
Yeah, we'll try to go to Gills then, see if that's still open or if it's been firebombed into a husk.
Surprisingly, it's still there. It's a little blue-collar establishment, not terribly far away from the post-war suburbia of Angel Acres. You're honestly a little floored by how little it's changed.
I think it's not particularly hard. sunglasses on to slide back into familiar habits and get a drink, try to relax a little bit.
You head in, and as you walk in, a guy from behind the counter walks up to help you, buddy.
You guys open right now, or
Yeah, 24-hour gym, man.
yeah, yeah, no, listen, it's been a while, but I've got to reactivate. I've got an old membership, and I was just looking to maybe blow off some steam. Can I maybe like,
Oh, yeah, sure. You got a phone number?
yeah, and lists off the phone number. The name on it's changed though.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on just one second. He types it in on the little laptop he has on the desk, looks down at it, looks back up at you. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You don't you don't remember me, do you?
No. Sorry. It's been a couple of years since I was in town, and honestly,
It's
I've.
me. It's me, Diego. My old man used to run the place.
Oh, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Been hitting the
Hey.
free weights a lot. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah. No, you got huge. Um,
And
and
you got
gendered, or
yeah, I
well, yeah,
wasn't gonna say, but
yeah. Um, yeah. No, I went to Berkeley. Got a
that'll do it.
couple. Listen, it's a stereotype for a reason, maybe, but yeah, I mean, Ash, does like give a little bit of a flex. Is like, I don't, I didn't exactly slack off, but um,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
whatever you need, like for like updating that and reactivating it, maybe.
yeah, no. What are you going by these days? I'll make sure everything's up to date.
Ash,
Ash, all right, cool. Shit, Ash Crawford. Now that's a fucking name right there.
right? I should have I should have followed that particular brand of the family into Hollywood, but nah, didn't have the gift for it.
Yeah, well, hey, you wanna go a couple rounds in the ring and put on the pads?
That sounds great. I'd love that, honestly.
All right, cool. Just give me a second. And
Hmm.
yeah, this guy, like you remember Diego? Wow, puberty hit him like a truck.
Yeah.
Remember Diego being this scrawny teenager who used to follow his dad, who was the original owner of the gym back when you used to come here to, well, mainly work out your many issues on a punching bag, a bit more productive fashion. But yeah,
Yeah, and I think like Ash before it all maybe like did like some junior amateur boxing and you know would go to like karate class and stuff all just to try to focus and always remember Diego behind the counter like with a bag of chips or something.
yeah. But yeah, you go for a couple of rounds on the sort of large arena they have set up in the middle of the gym. In between jabs, he occasionally asks you things like, "So, how you been doing?"
Oh, went to college, got my degrees, tried to get into politics, bombed that epically, gap year. So I'm back here and well, family,
Yeah, don't even need to go there.
Yeah.
I
Hence
mean,
hence
why
the
else would you be back in San Arroyo?
there is something about this city and uh, as if to punctuate that sentence, we'll throw a quick series of strikes for resuming breathing and saying, just pulls you back in, doesn't it?
Then you don't know the half of it. I was trying to get my degree, become an actual personal trainer, but my dad, he's not doing so well. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's
I
is
mean, he's all right. Just can't really put on the gloves the way he used to anymore, which is driving him crazy. So I'm
mm,
basically babysitting his ass while he's in recovery.
oh, and that's the hard part. I know that it's you can be on the mend, and the thing that gets you the most is that you just can't do anything.
All right, at risk of getting fully punched in the face, I gotta ask: is this about your sister?
Sorta. And that like gets asked to to like drop their gloves a little bit to their waist and say, "Yeah, no, I was at the arraignment yesterday, and there was some stuff happening, and well, all of it. It's a lot."
Really sorry to hear that. I remember Emily. Honestly, I kind of had a bit of a crush when she, swing by to pick you up.
Yeah, did have that vibe, and well, she's pretty great, but she deserves better than what she's going through.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean, I
look, you want some free advice?
sure.
Grab Emily and get the fuck out of here while you still got time.
If it were that easy. Unfortunately, she is now, well, she's under house arrest and have to go through all that. I'm going to try to meet with her lawyer tonight and, I don't know, try to help how I can.
Well, I mean, you still got a mean right hook. Maybe you could, I don't know, bust her out of jail,
Yeah,
Taken style. If it comes down to it.
I don't know. Can I still, do you think they'd still maybe go for trial by combat?
I mean, Six Gun City, man.
Mm,
I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
sure, there's some old law on the books or something. But listen, thanks. And yeah, no, I'm glad this place is still open. And, you know, definitely will start coming back because
And we appreciate the patronage. You do have several missed payments, but I'll let it slide because, well, you got enough shit going on
don't worry.
as is.
I'll make sure I'm good for it and make sure I want to make sure that you guys are paid properly. Listen, the some Crawfords might be scumbags, but this one at least tries to make sure that good businesses stay open.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, don't be a stranger, or I guess be slightly less of a stranger.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll make sure that I stay familiar and like get offers one of the gloves to offer him like a fist bump.
Yeah, he takes it. And yeah, he kind of goes. I mean, I don't know. Every time you disappear, I mean, you get gendered again, then I'm gonna have some serious questions.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I think this one's to stay for now.
Yeah, good, because that system's finicky. There's only so many times I can update it.
And Ash takes a towel to their face and says, "Thanks, anyways, and thanks for the advice, as it were."
Wasn't really. Well, was mostly joking. Mostly.
Mm. Trust me, there are times when I wish I could just use my fist on a lot of problems, but alas, I was the idiot who decided that I wanted to use my brain for politics for some stupid reason.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's easier ways to kill your brain cells.
Don't worry, don't worry. I'm getting on this. I'm getting on that later. I'm still as much of a boozer as I was as a teenager.
Hey, well, I mean, if that's the case, then being some of my buddies, we still go down by the Roll of Honor in Little Hollywood sometimes if you want to catch up on old times.
Sure, that sounds great. Look, I could stand for some reintroductions and some friendly faces.
Hey, you got a
Hey,
brand new face to reintroduce, so it's win-win.
yeah. Takes a squirt from their water bottle and says, "Yeah, no, and hey, if any of them are assholes, at least I still know I can punch them."
That's the spirit.
Starts making towards the door and is like, "Thanks for the time, and we'll see about getting together again."
Hey, you know where to find me.
Tosses like a little salute before leaving and get back in the car into the festering heat.
It's always just that level of hot here where when you step out of anywhere, even remotely air conditioned, it hits you like a fist to the gut. You'd almost forgotten. And after dark, it's not much better because the temperature plunges. And all of a sudden, where once it was a fist to the gut, now it's a bit like getting dunked into a bucket of ice water. But after dark was when your meeting was set to take place.
Ash stops by their apartment, changes into not exactly the interview suit, but button down slacks, has the hair slicked back just to be a little bit more presentable. Where, dare I ask, did Miss Gillen have our meetup?
She had you meet her at her office downtown. Gillen and Associates is, as I mentioned, located on the upper floors of Magdalen Tower, the tallest building in San Arroyo. Almost an impressive 14 stories. 16 if you count the large spiked radio mast that crowns the top of the building. It is the closest thing San Arroyo has to a skyscraper.
Ash remembers back in high school years doing a summer internship at the radio station on the 8th floor.
I wonder if Eli's still on the air. It's been a minute.
Check that out sometime, or flip through the radio, see what they remember.
You head up the elevator to the law offices, which themselves are a somewhat blandly ultra-modern aesthetic. Lots of glass, lots of steel, lots of geometric designs. The woman who identifies herself as Sadie guides you to Miss Gillen's office, which is sat in just a corner where it gives a rather impressive panoramic view of the lights of downtown sparkling below.
I think Ash will remark, I think in 99% of the other cities in the United States, that view would be a lot more impressive.
We don't have a very high opinion of our hometown now, do we, Miss Crawford?
I choose to think of myself as a realist, and I can see a corpse when I know one.
A corpse? That's a new one.
I lived here. I grew up here. I just know what this city is, and that's why I tried to leave it.
And yet, here you are, she says as she stands up from behind her desk. And again, she's just too damn elegant for this town. You've never met anyone outside of maybe a TV commercial that's just quite so poised, so precise in their movements. She strides over to you, offers a hand to shake, and says, "Can I get you anything? Coffee, tea, maybe something a little stronger?"
Ash will shake the offered hand, nod and say, "Yeah, whiskey if you've got it."
Of course, we're not savages.
Well, I suppose I should probably tell you why I'm here.
I assume it has something to do with your sister's case?
Yeah, she had another incident last night. Question, because I'm not actually familiar with it, or I'm not up to date on the specifics. Is our conversation protected by privilege?
There's admittedly a bit of a gray area, considering you are not the accused. However, given the handsome retainer your parents have given me, I think we can fudge the rules in regards to privilege just this once.
Thank you. Well, last night there was another, I guess I call them flare-ups.
Yes, I heard. Apparently they had to go with a stronger dosage via injection, at least
Yeah.
according to the updates I've received.
And I had to tackle her to get a gun out of her hand.
Well, that was not in the reports. Is she all right?
I don't think she is. They reach into their pocket and pull out the pill bottle. I think this might be part of the problem. Now, I know that paranoia is one of sort of the hallmarks of her condition, but for as long as I can remember, she's had a recurring hallucination, antagonistic figure who threatens her just by its existence. That's not a common symptom. And I don't want to accuse anybody of anything, but Emily thinks that somebody might be tampering with her drugs, or there might be something going on with them. I wanted to see if you're obviously a lot better connected than a lot of lawyers here. And is it possible we could get these tested to see if there might be something wrong with what's being assigned to her?
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, so I can't make any comment as to what her state of mind might be on or off this medication, but when she takes the pill bottle, if she has been misdiagnosed, then that is something that we could definitely use in the proceedings.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't excuse anything, but it at least explains that maybe she's not in receiving the proper treatment. Like, I don't think that this is maybe being done maliciously, but at the same time, I just don't trust my parents. I get that they hired you, they're paying you a lot of money, but I also think that they're trying to get an outcome that they specifically want. In this case, Emily gone, but not not locked in prison, but maybe in a psychiatric institution.
And you would prefer that wasn't the case?
I think that Emily, she practically raised me. Like, my parents didn't give a shit about me. I was the third useless extra child. She did a lot for me, and I'm trying to make sure that every avenue I can explore to help her, we can go down.
Miss Gillen kind of leans in a little bit, still toying with the fluorescent orange pill bottle in her other hand. And you don't know why, but you have this sudden feeling of warmth come over you. Like, that whole speech you just gave was just the first few cracks in a dam that feels like it could just break at any moment. You care a lot about your sister, don't you?
Caring a lot is a pretty common problem I have.
Do tell.
When I said that San Arroyo was a corpse, I wasn't speaking as somebody who's trying to write it off. I could have gone into family business, did the same thing that everybody else has been doing, but I wanted to get into politics because I wanted to try to, see about saving places like this, because I think that there's nothing wrong with San Arroyo apart from, not enough attention.
And there are still plenty of people in its nooks and crannies who need saving, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, call it a savior complex, or just I personally just think that even if the city, there's economically or whatever, if it's not viable, you still have to try, right? Try to still breathe some life into it. It's just you can't really do that from here, can you?
Well, yes and no. She leans back and suddenly that warm feeling stops, and you feel almost a little embarrassed, like you just overshared. You're not sure why. Well, you've certainly given me a lot to consider, Miss Crawford.
You can call me Ash.
Ash. It suits you.
Thank you.
Well, as I said, I can attempt to have a test run on her current medication and see if there's anything there. more importantly, if there's anything we can use.
Thanks. It's probably a long shot, but I've learned to trust my sister's instincts, which I know sounds ridiculous with her condition, but
How long has she been having these specific hallucinations? This antagonistic figure, how long has that been occurring?
years. It's at least since before I left for college.
I see.
Yeah. She said they got worse when she moved away out of San Arroyo.
Did they now?
That was what she said. Yeah, I don't know. Could be anxiety or maybe something environmental, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I was never good at science.
Neither am I. And the human brain is such a wonderfully complex and contradictory organ. If you have any further information you'd like to discuss privately at any given time, let me give you my phone number. She rips a bit off of a legal pad and writes down a number, passes it to you across the desk.
Ash takes him. Thank you.
But of course.
There was one more thing that she mentioned last night. It's about a portfolio. I think I sort of got the vibe that it was related to something in the family, but I can't be sure. I didn't know any. She didn't reveal any specifics.
Ash, go ahead and give me a Wits plus Insight roll.
All right. 3 successes.
When you say portfolio, there's the slightest bit of a reaction. You're not sure why you clock it, you just do. Like, just the slightest bit of a twitch, the slightest crack in that otherwise polished exterior, and then it's gone.
Ash won't prod further. At least some cards have to be kept to the chest.
Well, Miss Crawford, I think we both had a very long day. In situations like this, it would be best if perhaps we took some time to untether our minds from the current issue and blow off some steam, don't you?
I'd agree, certainly, yeah.
I think, Ash, you should go out. You should have yourself a rollicking good time. You don't know why, but you know what? She's right. You should go out and have yourself a rollicking good time. You deserve to blow off some steam.
Ash will rise from the chair, take one last sip from the tumbler, and say, again, thank you for your time.
Of course. We'll be in touch, I'm sure.
Oh, thanks. And they'll make their way out towards the elevators and head down and try to go ahead and fulfill that desire.
Well, Diego mentioned getting together with a bunch of his friends at the Roll of Honor, which, you think that's a dive bar? Seems like exactly the sort of place where you can get, well, more comfortable.
After, looking it up quickly on their phone, we'll head down there.
Roll of Honor is, well, it's exactly what you'd expect. Little Hollywood has always been an interesting mess of a neighborhood at the best of time. The little night spots like this, certainly nothing new. You descend down a flight of stairs into what might have once been some kind of studio sub-basement, into a noisy, packed, smoky room, music blaring out of the aged speakers of some antique jukebox on the far wall. Immediately, you spot Diego, about a head and shoulders above the rest of the crowd.
Ash will wave and say, hey!
Hey, it's the woman of the hour. Come on over, let me introduce you. Should I say reintroduce you?
Yeah, Ash makes their way over. Hello.
And suffice it to say, a good time is had. Because This is just the sort of place where nobody gives a shit who you are.
Yeah. Ash probably returns to that terrible, terrible foe of theirs, tequila.
But of course, your old nemesis.
Which they tend to do stupid shit once that's involved, and will not be holding back on it.
Go ahead and give me a stamina plus resolve check.
Absolutely. 2 successes.
Well, it started with tequila shots. It may have turned into something else, but you were just determined to have yourself a, how did you put it again? Yes, a rollicking good time. And you're not sure if rollicking is some old-timey word for shit-faced, but you're well on your way. By the time you finally stumble back up the stairs from the Roll of Honor, the world is a kaleidoscope.
Ash will probably stumble down the street, not even like sort of just spacing out and walking aimlessly. Probably walk a few blocks before realizing that they don't know where they are.
Everything is just either too shiny or not shiny enough.
Yeah.
You try to fumble for your phone, and it slips through numb fingers onto the dirty concrete sidewalk.
Shit. Crouch down to try to pick it up.
You got a problem there, ma'am? A deep voice says.
Ah, shit, no. Just trying to get home.
Yeah, where's home? Maybe I can help you out.
Shit. Apartment. Oh, starts snapping because they're not quite, everything's a little spacey. Coronado Street.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. Can you just point me in the right direction?
Yeah, of course. It's over this direction, and you feel like a big, broad arm slung across your shoulders and like steering you in a direction, but you have no idea which way's up and which way's down in this state, so you're not really sure where you're going. You're just going somewhere.
Hey, shit, didn't catch your name.
Yeah, you sure? Don't worry about it, just a little bit further.
Yeah, and I think at this point they start realizing, oh, this doesn't exactly look familiar.
No, it doesn't. You're looking around, and granted, your vision's not great, but this doesn't look like your apartment. This looks more like a construction site.
Unless you've got a time machine, I think maybe this isn't the right place.
No, we're almost there. Just a little bit further. You feel that grip across your shoulders tighten slightly.
They tense up a little bit and say, hey, I think you should take your hands off me.
Yeah, well, we're all making regrettable decisions tonight, aren't we? And then a fist sails into your gut.
Yeah, there had been a moment where Ash was about to curl up one hand into a fist, but just bowls over, coughing. I think they just puke on the sidewalk.
Yeah, just that kind of blow delivered to your solar plexus, especially in this state. You weak as a lamb right now, just vomiting all over the dirty floor. The world somehow manages to swim even more, and you realize this dark shape you've been conversing with isn't alone. So, all right, grab his legs. You feel a pair of hands grab your ankles. Another one lifts your arms up roughly. You're being fully lifted off the ground.
Ash is going to try struggling. Hey, fuck, get off me.
That's feisty, isn't he? Thought this was a chick. Never you fucking mind. Just get her in the hole.
Ash is going to try kicking one of them.
Give me strength plus brawl, but subtract 2 dice.
Oh yeah, let's go. 1 success. Let's pop a will just see if we can get anything. 2 success.
2 successes. You're trying so damn hard, but between the blow to your stomach and just the amount of alcohol circulating through your system, these guys, they're strong, their hands are rough, they clearly, as terrifying as it seems, have done this before, and a bit of struggling is nothing new to them, and you realize you're being manhandled over the lip of a precipice. You can already see the headlines. Now, drunken idiot wanders into the wrong part of Little Hollywood and accidentally takes a fatal drop.
Hey, listen.
All right, ready?
You don't want to do this.
2,
McCrawford.
3. That stops one of them.
Yeah. You can pay.
You're Crawford.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
The young shithead one who left.
Oh, good. For a moment, I thought we got the wrong one. Okay, ready? And for a moment, you feel it. You feel yourself go weightless. You feel yourself dangle out in front of the empty air.
And honestly, at this point, after the last 48 hours, it's almost a relief. Just sort of like there is an attempt to like scrabble towards, like leaning towards the lip of it to try to catch something, but there, in Ash's state, there isn't a lot of focus.
Those are the last thoughts that go through your head. Serenity.
Almost. And then that last real thought after that first blissful moment of weightlessness is, fuck M.
Pain everywhere, all at once, as gravity takes hold and you slam into the hard, unforgiving earth. And then darkness. If this is heaven, it looks a lot like that interview room back in Sacramento, except for whatever reason, the light streaming in through the windows is blood red. Sitting across from you is a man, but you can't see his face. You're not even sure if it's a he.
And I call you St. Peter.
There's an opportunity here. It says in a voice that is every voice you've ever heard that's been even remotely disapproving. The interviewers, your fathers, every bad relationship, every missed opportunity.
Yeah?
There is an opportunity here, but you have to want it.
What's this opportunity?
Control.
Control over what?
Everything. But you have to want it.
What's the catch?
You have to want it.
Yeah. I think I want to take control.
Good answer. And that blood red light intensifies for a moment, just for a moment, before it becomes blinding. That last thing it said, was that Mary's voice? We catch back up with Ash a few days after the incident at the construction site. You're in a much nicer suit, specifically tailored for you. No expense was spared, it would seem, as a man whom you've never met before fusses about you, adjusting, occasionally measuring. Mary sits to one side as you stand on a podium in front of a full-length mirrors.
I guess that little superstition wasn't correct.
You'd be surprised. Now, don't fuss, dear. Presentation is very important, more now than ever.
Not my first time being fitted, though I certainly think that it's a step above what the last one was.
Yeah. We want you to look like the purest distillment of you, not some white-collar Barbie doll.
Don't think anybody's ever accused me of being plastic, but I'll take being the real me.
That's the spirit. And she stands up. That'll do for now. She snaps and the tailor obediently scurries away. Let's have a look at you.
With an almost practiced grace, Ash does one step to show off the front and then a half turn to show off the back.
Yes, I think that will do nicely.
So, when is onboarding stop and you start telling me about what this actually is?
There's a bit of a trial period, admittedly. The circumstances were not ideal, and sadly, even I have bosses that I need to answer to. So you're being put on what I suppose you could call academic probation. And I'm afraid we take the pass-fail part of that rather literally.
All right. Do I get to know the standards over which I'm going to be judged?
You need to express your control. Lesser, greater, to what degree is up to you, but you need to prove, not just to me, that you are a worthwhile investment.
All right.
And in return, because there is a carrot included with this stick, not only will you be formally welcomed into the night, but you have my solemn vow that your sister will not be carted off to some institution to spend the rest of her days in a rubber room. In fact, I can guarantee that she'll never run into any significant legal trouble again, so long as you, of course, continue to express your control.
All right. Knew there had to be a double-edged sword there, but I think I can live with that. In fact, I appreciate the terms.
There's the sword, but there's also the scepter, which reminds me, I have something for you.
There's a raised eyebrow as they step off the pedestal and roll their shoulders. Yeah?
She takes out from her clutch a little pin. Not an American flag pin like the kind you're used to with a lot of politicians in their ilk, but a tiny little silver pin in the shape of a crossed sword and scepter, almost Baroque design. She pins it to your lapel very gently. There.
A very skull and bones.
Oh, you have no idea. But you will. My darling child. And that is where we are going to end the session.